You're listening to The Andres Segovia Show.
Hey everyone, welcome. I'm Andres, and in this episode I want to touch on this hilarious article I ran across on Pocket Now. I'm going to leave a link to it in the video description down below. It doesn't matter where you're watching this, whether you're on my website, www.theandressegovia.com, you'll be able to find a link to this article there, because Adam Lane, who doesn't always contribute in Pocket Now, but when he does, it's worth a pause. And his article, which is about a 7-minute read approximately, is an excellent article. And the title is "Stop Being Naive When It Comes to Things Like WhatsApp, Telegram, Signal, etc." In order to explain to you what he's actually getting at, here's a clip from a show that gave us a cautionary tale about Walmart in relations to all this. Check it out.
Boys, if we like our small town charm more than the big corporate bullies, we all have to be willing to pay a little bit more. All right, let's not make that mistake again. Yeah, let's go shop over at True Value. Let's go!
So I clipped it myself so I could, just put it in the parameters of my show without being so offensive. But anybody that's seen that is a cautionary tale, in that people complaining about WhatsApp, they're just going to complain about the same thing when it comes to those other instant messaging accounts. I really recommend checking out Adam Lane's article. Here, let me just briefly run through it. It's like, personally, I specifically never became dependent on WhatsApp because 10 years ago I knew something like this would eventually happen. I mean, the clues were pretty obvious. It's a closed system. Every app has to connect in the same centralized servers. It requires your phone number. It was clearly designed from the beginning to, one of three things: 1, generate a large user base over some number of years; 2, sell out and or change policies in order to take advantage of the user base; and 3, profit. I was one of the beta testers when WhatsApp was beginning, way back when. I was doing this for BlackBerry back then, BBOS, not BB10. So I got it. At first it was a lifetime license until it didn't stay as a lifetime license, but it's okay, whatever. I wasn't complaining. I didn't really use it after that anyway, because I was on BBM, which I'll get to in a moment. But historically, I love the list that Adam puts here. So I'm just going to go through some of these. Some of these might sound familiar to those of my generation. To some of you that are a lot younger, might not even have heard of these. ICQ, the first instant messaging app on the internet. 1, use centralized servers. 2, bought by AOL and faded into the background in favor of AIM. 3, Mail.ru bought ICQ, third-party clients blocked, Russian intelligence agencies allowed to read all messages. Next one, AIM, American, what was it? America Online or whatever, instant message. Most popular instant messaging system in the USA, centralized servers. 2, advertisements added along with bloated monetization methods. And 3, AIM shut down. How about this one? MSN Messenger, Windows Messenger, Live Messenger, they're basically all the same thing. Lightweight versions of this, conveniently integrated with Windows centralized servers, advertisements added along with bloatware monetization methods. 3, MSN Live Messenger shut down. 4, Yahoo Messenger. How about this one? Skype, who happens to still be around. They were bought out by Microsoft. 1, peer-to-peer instant messenger and voice video calling only uses a centralized server for registration. 2, bought by Microsoft, peer-to-peer functions removed, multiple crazy app redesigns, monetization options added, functionality regularly added and removed and changed. And 3, currently practically unusable and unreliable. I use it, but I've never really been much of using it. Now we get to the nitty-gritty. Facebook Messenger. conveniently integrated with Facebook apps, uses standard XMPP tech, allows third-party apps and integrations, centralized servers. 2, XMPP standard removed, third-party app integrations removed, Facebook app integration removed, separate Facebook Messenger app required, mobile web browser access to messages blocked. Number 3, Facebook Messenger heavily used for privacy violations and collecting data on users in order to sell advertisements. Duh. Which leads us to WhatsApp, which was purchased by none other than Facebook. By the way, Facebook Messenger thing is all integrated with Instagram, so you think you're safe because Instagram, same thing. Okay, WhatsApp. Instant messaging that matches your phone number with phone numbers in other people's phones in order to easily connect you. Centralized servers, promises of respect for privacy, no third-party apps. Number 2, WhatsApp bought by Facebook, apps not maintained for all platforms, removed from some platforms. 3, Facebook changes policy and start using WhatsApp user base to sell advertising. Duh. And this is good. Anything Google. You didn't want to make the list of it. I don't blame him. Random new chat app, centralized servers. 2, nobody uses it. 3, Google shuts it down. Do you sense a pattern in all this stuff? Look, in all this, there's still Telegram. There's still Signal out there. And I mentioned this on my communities tab, so if you haven't checked that out, for those of you on YouTube that subscribe to YouTube, I do take advantage of the community stuff to either post up a poll or just give a status update or link to some other stuff, and occasionally put pictures. I did put one up about this little fella. Okay, I mean there's nobody in here, but yes, if you can see it, is BlackBerry Messenger Enterprise. BlackBerry Messenger Enterprise, just like it was when I was on BBM, I don't have any contacts on it. And although this license is for 1 year for free, after that they charge, I think it's semi-annually, $249 for 6 months. People don't want to pay for this. And there's still things in here, but then they'll be the first to complain about privacy when these companies that give their stuff for free are actually in the background selling their data. And they're like, oh, but I don't want to pay for the BlackBerry app. But BlackBerry's not selling your data. At least as far as we know, right? So you can't have your cake and eat it too. You want to support private messaging. BBM's been a standout for corporations and government officials for some time. So I reserved mine just because, BBM Consumer was removed and I ported over my BlackBerry ID to BBM Enterprise because it was opened up for individuals, not just corporations anymore. And I'm going to keep it. And I'm hoping that this year might be the year that we get to resurrect this service and hopefully, keep the servers on at BlackBerry or Research in Motion or whatever it is they call themselves now, because this is directly BlackBerry, not one of those mobile divisions that they license to. This is supposed to be managed directly by them, and I hope they keep up with that. With that being said, I am doing an episode about privacy and security. I'm going to do several installments, and if you want to see want to hear my thoughts as to why I'm going to be approaching that, then I recommend that you check out Off the Record for an upcoming episode where I'll discuss just that. Here's the teaser that I'm going to drop on that. This thing is coming up sometime. This video is being posted later in January. But for those, doesn't matter what side of the political aisle you're on, you should all have been concerned about what happened with big tech with respects to doxing, silencing, censorship. I've been complaining about that on my channel for some time. Even my channel, along with other independent content creators here on YouTube, were also affected by the Vox apocalypse. We're just caught in the crossfire, collateral damage, whatever. And people that got scared of what happened with big tech, that wasn't the government. It was big tech. And that comes to show you just how much power they actually have, where it's even more powerful than governments around this world, with the exception of China, because they didn't allow them there. They're the big tech over there. But anyway, that's what I want to touch on. That's a teaser I'm going to leave you. And that's why, if you still got these, be ready to get them out of your bin, depending on how you feel about certain practices that these big tech companies are to be instituting or integrating with the current administration. Anyway, that's all I'll say for this, but you'll probably get early access if you follow it up on Off the Record at www.theandresegovia.com. Either way, stay tuned if you're watching YouTube or Rumble, because it will come here. Thank you so much for watching this episode of The Andre Segovia Show. Remember to like, share, subscribe, stay to know wherever it is that you're consuming my content. And as always, I'll see you on the next one.